In this video, we will try and understand what is satire. Now, satire is actually a type of social commentary on something that may be happening in present time. So, some political event, some cultural event that could be happening. A commentary on that is called satire. Satire is generally used with the intention of making fun of something or ridiculing something, so poking fun, right? So it uses exaggeration, it can use irony, and it can use other literary devices to make fun of a particular leader. So satire is often directed at a leader. It can be a social custom, right? A social practice. It can be some tradition, or it could be any other prevalent social figure or a custom or a practice that they want to comment on, or that should be questioned. Questioned is where tradition has become redundant, for example, that it's time people changed. It's time people changed their outlook. They changed their worldview. So on such occasions, writers often use satire to convey a point. So it is done in a humorous manner. Like in allusion, you see how there's an indirect reference. In allegory, it is done through a simple story. In satire, it is done through fun. But all of these are literary devices which are used for social commentary, or which are used to specially comment on something uh, that is redundant, that is regressive, that should be gone from society, right? Now, or so it's not just fun for the sake of fun. It is a commentary. It is a comment on an existing social malaise or an existing cultural malaise, which is regressive in nature, right? So it could be also directed at people's ideas, their behavior, or it could be directed at societal institutions or other creations also. Now, the way satire is used is it uses tones of amusement, contempt. Contempt is looking down on something. Scorn is the same. Indignation can also be one of its tones. Indignation is anger, annoyance, right? Towards a flawed subject with the hope of creating awareness and subsequent change. So, it is also possible that uh, that satire is used, it is mostly used as a weapon to bring about an awareness amongst people that this is something that is happening in your society and this is not okay. It is a wrong thing, it is a wrong practice. But if you tell people, sometimes people get offended, right? If you tell them, no, this is not right, so they get offended, they don't want to listen to you. Instead, if you have a humorous approach, then they will laugh back and they will say, oh yeah, I mean, so sometimes what you cannot accomplish by force, you can accomplish through humor, right? um, Now, Alice in Wonderland comes up again because it's a great instance of political and social satire. So, this novel by Lewis Carroll, it actually satirizes corrupt political and judicial system, the corrupt political and judicial system of Victorian England, the period in which it was written, right? So, uh, all the political pitfalls which were a part of that period, or the flaws in the judicial system, the legal system, which were a part of Victorian England, all of that is made fun of in this particular book, Alice in Wonderland. Now, I have deliberately used this visual. It says RIP. Now, you know, this is an epitaph and it is used on graves, right? Graves is in Christian and Muslim faiths, you bury people right after they are dead. You don't cremate them. So so in Christianity, when someone dies, that person is buried, and there's an epitaph that is put up where this stone will normally have the name of the person, the birth year, the birth date, and the day the person died, the day and the year the person died, and some inscription, some quote, as in you are missed by your family or something like that. And RIP. RIP stands for rest in peace. So this epitaph says, RIP, rest in peace, here lies satire. So apparently uh, the visual is trying to say that satire is dead, because sometimes uh, the political climate of a country becomes so so full of tension that sometimes satire can be offensive, and people can be put in jail. People can even be sentenced to prison terms, long prison terms, just for creating, just for using satire in their comedy. So uh, and this, what will this lead to then? This will obviously discourage other writers from using satire, right? When they see the fate of their fellow writers who have landed in jail and who are serving a prison term, obviously no one would like to use satire, right? So that means satire is dead. So this is actually, this visual makes a commentary on contemporary political, on the contemporary political climate, where satire is not allowed, right? And satire is dead, and you just can't make fun of anything. You just can't point fingers at anything, because everyone is too scared of doing this, right? So that's what the visuals suggest.